first it was Mercedes, along with the German government, saying that the tariffs is a no-go. They do not accept this. They don't go along with this. Now it's Volkswagen CEO, because the Germans sell more cars in China than any other European car makers. Of course, we know that Renault, the French car maker, they don't do very well overseas. So hi guys, welcome back to my channel, The Wealthy Mindset. It's yours truly, Money Making Mitch. And as usual guys, this is not financial advice. Please do your own due diligence and research. As Geely just released, Geely, the same company that, one of the companies that teamed up with us for battery swapping, and part of the agreement is they're going to work with us with battery technology, battery swap stations, making it more efficient. Our charging stations, they're going to take up a lot of the cost. Just releases a new LFP battery which with fast charging and so safe that you can puncture it with a 5mm diameter steel needles and left to stand for an hour with no ill effect. Yes, that's the same Geely that teamed up with us and agreed to share technology and work with us with our battery swap station, batteries, technology, charging station, etc., etc. In retrospect to that, the reason why we invest into NIO heavily and keep buying, like I did 50 more yesterday, I'll buy 50 more today again, is because we understand that battery as a service is the only way to go forward with when it comes to the electrification and electric cars, because of many different reasons. Of, you know, even if you fast charge, you degrade the battery. We speak about not having to wait, you know, a long period of time in the cold, in the heat. You can swap in less than 3 minutes now and go. You can get a coffee while you're doing that, a drink, etc., etc. But we also emphasized on safety. We have the only viable way of checking the batteries every time you do a swap to ensure the health and the safety of the battery, which no one else can do. Well, to prove it yet again to you guys, take a look at what just happened to Tesla cars right here in America. Take a look, guys.
I want to get straight to some breaking news right now, because a viewer just sent us in this video where you could see, oh, those flames getting high up there. This is a vehicle fire in front of the Tesla dealership in Rockland. This is that dealership on Granite Drive. A viewer again sent us that because you could see those flames and that black smoke right there. And a lot of people just looking at it because, boy, that's pretty impressive.
So that's the fire as it was happening. Let's take a live look now. Our photojournalist, Daniel Ariano, on the scene. And there is what's left of that Tesla right in front of that dealership. This is right off I-80. Again, you see it as you drive past I-80 in the Rockland area of Placer County. So that you have one vehicle and at least two vehicles there. Looks like it got pretty charred. Again, a couple of Teslas caught fire. They're in front of the Tesla dealership right now. We don't know if anyone was injured. We assume not, because we don't see any emergency vehicles. But
I'm sure they're going to have to try to figure out, though, what caused those Teslas to go up.
That's been a big question, right?
Welcome back, guys. So this is an ongoing problem with not just with Tesla, but Mercedes have a huge problem with this from time to time. And luckily no one was inside of those Teslas at the time in front of the dealership, guys. It just catch fire, right? The guy probably went for some type of maintenance work, who knows. But whilst the EU is still playing games and made minor cuts to their tariffs, which they just did, they made minor cuts, and full tariffs will go into effect by July 4th if no deal is reached by ongoing negotiations. So they're still negotiating. And a new report says that Tesla's 300 million scooters in China, 300 million scooters in China, a new report says that Tesla will make it very difficult for Tesla full self-driving to be successful over there. Because the technology is not in par with NIO's Navigate on Pilot Plus. So amid a celebration of the 40th anniversary in China, Volkswagen Group has reiterated its strong support for free and open markets. as tensions increase on new tariffs from both the US government and the European Commission. At the event held in Langwang province, the board member of China, Ralph Brandstetter, said the Volkswagen success, listen to this, Volkswagen's success is also due to the liberalization of the Chinese market. So whilst the current administration here in America under the Biden administration has turned into an almost totalitarian type regime where they will go against the World Trade Organization and do whatever it takes, even if it's illegal, to stop the Chinese EV industry from coming over here, which will further hurt us here in America. China, on the other hand, has become more liberal to where they allow the competition to come in, knowing fully well that competition increases and encourages innovations. Very sad to see a flip in the world order. This milestone is not least due to the opening, and I quote, "This milestone is not least due to the opening of the Chinese market," said Brandstetter, who also serves as chairman and CEO of the Volkswagen Group. Over 40 years, we have clearly demonstrated free and fair trade and competition create prosperity. Competition creates prosperity, he said. Employment and sustainable growth for all. So for 40 years, China said, go ahead, you can sell your cars, do whatever you want. Bring whatever you want and sell it. But that, and Europe and America had no problem with that when we were selling all our gas, guzzling, pollution. China wasn't smart. That was no problem. There was no overcapacity then, he said. Employment and sustainable growth for all. And we will never stop. He added, adding later that an open and constructive dialogue is more important today than ever. As the European Commission prepares to apply additional tariffs on electric vehicles exported from China starting next week, legacy automakers have been pressuring to ease the measures to avoid potential retaliation that could sharply impact their operations in the country. Reaffirming Volkswagen's commitment to China, Brandstetter emphasized the companies in China for China pledge aimed at deepening localization efforts and fostering innovation as reported by local media in China. He says, our commitment to strengthening local partnerships is unwavering as we strive for mutual progress and collective success, he said. And remember, I told you guys this, that Ursula von der Leyen is married into an oil family. So she will do whatever it takes to keep the gas-guzzling cars going. This is my opinion. Earlier today, Bloomberg reported that the European Union is preparing to revise its proposed tariffs on China-made EVs as affected companies shared more information in the last weeks. In response to the tariffs announced earlier this month, China has threatened retaliation and has already initiated a targeted anti-dumping probe on pork imports. Additionally, Beijing has warned it could impose tariffs on agricultural goods, aviation, and internal combustion engines with internal combustion cars, with large engines. So we all have to hope that free trade is continued to be encouraged and allowed by the West, because now the West has turned into the totalitarian type dictatorship where they imposed illegal trade barriers and tariffs that does not go along with the World Trade Organization, the WTO, and they do it with impunity, especially this current administration. So let's keep our fingers crossed, guys. I know that this is just a minor speed bump, because even if they do this, like we've seen, BYD not only entered Mexico, Brazil, and so many other countries, but BYD is now being encouraged and asked to come to Peru by the Peruvian government. And no matter where they go, NIO will follow. The Chinese automakers will dominate the rest of the world, and the rest of the world will be driving superior technology, whilst the West, a lot of the West, America and European countries, has managed to sanction themselves into the Stone Age. So I hope you guys found this video to be informational, inspirational, motivational, and understand that when Onvo comes out, we will be skyrocketing forward with Firefly and Onvo, with the amount of people that are going to be using our battery swap station. This is why Money Making Mitch keeps buying shares, understanding the game of where we're going in the future, not worrying about short-term speed bumps, like Mr. P Your Bed does just to get views and put out a video yesterday, propaganda showing a broken pedal, where we see in reality the Teslas falling apart, even with the Cybertruck that I reported on yesterday. You guys can go look that up. Mr. P Your Bed is just looking for views. Disgusting. I really think that this man needs to go back to eating Chinese food. While he came to school here in America, McDonald's and Burger King has not done him any justice. So I hope you guys found this video to be informational, inspirational, and motivational on a Thursday morning. If so, guys, do not forget to hit that thumbs up. If you haven't yet subscribed, you might want to think about doing so, because in this channel, we have that warrior mindset like 50 said, we get rich or we die trying, guys.